Yo, what's going on, Nils? How you doing, Captain? Optimus is in here. Vlad's in here. GM or good morning or General Motors, Vlad. Rav, what's going on? Let's just get right into it. Wednesday here. Finally got some bear follow through today. Just a little bit. Let's get rid of all these lines here. So obviously we've been hitting all-time highs in all the sectors so far, but SPY finally we got a little rollover today. Do we just pull back to the 8-day moving average and then continue up? It's possible. Do we roll over here? It's possible as well. So just stay light right now. It is still a bull trend. What's up, Gravinder? How you doing? I just absolutely crushing everything, as you guys know, as you guys have seen. Right now for SPY tomorrow, what we have to watch is obviously all these earnings are big moments on SPY. Why do I say that? Today, I felt like the market should have rolled over around lunchtime. It should have rolled over. It tried to roll over. Google and Microsoft held us up the entire day. And if you look through the sectors, which we will do, QQQ is the only one that was strong today. SPY and XLF were really struggling. IWM absolutely tanked. So the only thing that was holding us up was literally Google and Microsoft. And they own so much of the ETF itself that it's almost impossible for the ETF to go down while those are going up. So SPY right now, a little bit of pullback, no big deal. Look at how many days we've gone up in a line. All-time highs were hit. Now we're pulling back a little bit. 8-day moving average is what you want to look for first, which is 451.84. And then below that is 446.31 as this 21-day moving average. But other than that, we did lose yesterday's low for the first time in so long, and we closed below it. Closed at the low of the day. Very weak close, showing bears they're doing some selling here. So pay attention to that, but we are still in an uptrend, so don't get too bearish yet. I did call out a couple puts at the end of the day there. Both of them look like they're going to work. I will go over those in a bit. QQQ finally all-time highs right before. Why did we get all-time highs when the rest of the market was weak? It's simple. It's because of Google and Microsoft. Other than that, that's a shitty candle. Daily candle looks like there's just a bunch of profit taking. They tried to take yesterday's high. They sold it off. So right now, all the indexes look like they want to consolidate. It is still up. It's too early for puts. But in my opinion, it does look like we need some consolidation here, especially if Amazon misses, this market's going to dump. I'm telling you right now, Amazon, Apple, everything is about them tomorrow after market. And if they hit, if they do well on earnings, market can still continue to melt up. But if they miss, it's going to be trouble for QQQ and SPY and everything. It's just set up where it wants to drop. And again, we ran all the way from 431 on SPY all the way to 458. So that's a huge move. A 27-point move in the index in like 2 weeks is a massive move. So pay attention to Apple, Amazon earnings tomorrow. Very important for all three sectors. XLF super weak. After it was the strongest one, it made all-time highs first, and it just kept making all-time highs. Today, big dump off. Look at this. We lost the 8-day moving average on XLF. That's why I called out the WFC puts. We will look into that chart later. It's also set up to just absolutely collapse. Let's see what XLF does here. But again, if XLF does roll over here, it might be a signal of what QQQ and SPY are going to do. SPY obviously weaker than QQQ because of XLF. And the next level down for XLF is not down to the 21-day, which is 39.36, which would be way down here. So well off the highs. And if we do come back and retest this level of 38.87, which was the range that we were watching for so long on XLF, right here. We were watching this little range on XLF for the longest time. It was just in an equilibrium, a little dump below, but it came right back in. So 38.78 should provide some support after this 21-day moving average. 39.36, 38.78 to the downside on XLF. IWM absolutely dumped. We got those December 235 calls. We had 50% on them. We took off a bunch, and now we're waiting to reload. I'm waiting to reload till next week. I want to see how much this is going to pull back itself. And again, I'm getting this yellow sign on my YouTube. If I start lagging, just wait till it's uploaded on YouTube. 5 minutes later, it won't lag there. So just watch that. SPX, same story as SPY. Closed at the low of the day, super weak. Yada. VIX. So VIX, look at this. So we were watching this pattern at higher lows, whatever, blah blah. Look, it just dumps off, and then it stays down here for a while, right? It stays down here for a while before a little volatility shift. It doesn't stay down here long, if you guys look at this. It just bases out down here, and then a volatility shift. And right now it's just basing out down here before a shift. I'm not convinced yet. Until we get over 1763, I don't think we're going to go much lower. But if VIX gets over 1763, especially if it closes above 1763, then the market can go much, much lower. Let's get into the other charts. We got a lot of charts to go through here. First of all, we'll go through Amazon, this piece of shit. No, we'll go through Amazon because I already said it's a piece of shit. Every single day, huge spike. Yesterday, big fake out. Went up to 34.16, dumped right back down. Today, big run up, got through yesterday's high of 34.16, hit this resistance I have drawn on the daily. Yes, you see, look at this daily chart right here, very clear. Hit it and just came right back down. 5-minute chart, you're watching it, hit it and then just rolled over. And we closed almost right where we opened. We opened today at 33.89 and we closed today at 33.93. So the stock moved a total of $4. A $3,000 stock moved a total of $4 today. So it's just doing the same thing. It all depends on earnings now. Google, absolute ripper. We told you guys last night, Google absolutely killed their earnings. We had the $2,900 yesterday. I don't hold through earnings, so I sold them for a quick 4 points. Other than that, we did not play it today because I was managing other positions, but we did tell you guys it was going to rip, and it absolutely just ripped. And even at the end of the day, while everything was dumping, Google just bull flagged up here. So Google looks like it has a pin to 3,000, meaning it looks like it has a magnet there. And I would bet that it gets to 3,000 by the end of the week if the market holds up. If the market doesn't hold up, we might be in for some consolidation tomorrow. Amazon's a turd. Moderna just sideways all day. It is going higher though. Like, it based down here for a while, took out one resistance, based again, now took out a different resistance. Let's see if it can get back over 349, and that sends it to 363. Other than that, it's just basing right now. We are in the 390 calls here. Tesla, huge week. A lot of people made their whole account with this, made their year with this, and now we're just kind of flagging out up here. There's nothing bullish or bearish about this pattern right now, in my opinion, but we are holding the gap. As you guys know, power earnings gaps can be very powerful. That's why I don't short them. Look at this. Well, it wasn't really a power earnings gap, but you guys know earnings sent it, great earnings, whatever. We're just an inside day today. Tomorrow, the key levels to watch for Tesla to be long or short Tesla would just be today's high and low. Why? Because it's an inside day. So if we break 1071 to the upside, then it's bullish. If we break 1030.78 to the downside, then it's bearish. That's all I can say on Tesla. It's not a play for me yet until it's a clear play. FedEx still in this one. 250s for next week. Why did I take it? Big gap here to fill. UPS crushed their earnings, raised guidance, and obviously their competition. Christmas, strong season. Let's see, when does it start going up? If these ones hit, I'm going to keep rolling them over all the way to Christmas. As I told you guys, right now I'm looking for 235 is a must hold on FedEx. 235. If it closes below 235, this trade is done for me. And on Friday, we need to close above 239 to be bullish, and a close above 244.72 would be super bullish. That is the 50-day moving average. So those are the only numbers that matter to me on FedEx. Other than that, intraday action doesn't really matter to me. WFC puts, I gave you $49 puts for 43 cents earlier today. Why did I call it out? It's pretty obvious. I mean, we ran up so many days in a row. XLF is up so many days in a row. And when XLF looks like this, the daily candle looks like this, it looks like it wants to roll over. Close below the 8-day moving average, close at the low of the day. WFC also rolling over. It did held the 8-day today, 49.91. We closed at 50. So tomorrow I'm looking for a break of the 8-day just like on the XLF. And let's see if we can get it all the way down to 48.74 this week, which would make our puts in the money. And they'd probably add a lot of premium in these. I'm looking for 200, 300% on these at least. And it also works as a hedge against our other positions, so it's great. Fastly dumped today, no big deal. I mean, we are still coming from 41. We're just bull flagging out here. As long as we hold above 46.84, everything's fine on Fastly. 53.50 will come. LC, we got to wait for the earnings on this one today. But today was very, very ugly action. Was not expecting this, honestly. We have Novembers and Aprils. I told you guys earlier this week on Monday that I was selling most of my Novembers to protect against earnings. I held almost all my Aprils. Why? Because we have so much time and they're so close to the money. They're not going to lose much value, whatever LC does on earnings. So if we have good earnings, we need above 34. All we need is above 34, and then we can move to 36.34, which is the 52-week high. Other than that, we do need good earnings, or else those positions are going to go down. ATVI, just a little consolidation, just fine. Held the 50-day. Big breakout of the downtrend, consolidation. Now it looks like we closed above the 50-day. 78.55 is the 50-day. We closed at 78.65. So perfect consolidation so far. Lower bear volume than we had on the run-up with the bull volume. Let's see if we can reverse here and make it up. I think the next level that we see on ATVI would be these recent highs, yesterday's highs of 82.34. Then we go all the way to 89.50, the 200-day moving average. Snapchat, absolute disaster. Nothing to talk about here. I mean, when you have bad earnings and people try to get cheap stuff, you're just catching a falling knife. That's why I cut those $57 calls so quickly. Didn't work. If it wasn't going to work on Monday, it wasn't going to work for the rest of the week. That's why I cut them so quick. We did buy stock on the gap down, and we sold it for a $4 gain. People are probably like, why are you buying stock at 55 and selling it at 60? This is the exact reason why. You cannot pick bottoms. When you pick bottoms, you get stinky fingers. Twilio looks like it rinsed earnings. Wow, Twilio, big gap up after hours here. Wait. What is going on? No, Twilio went straight up after hours. It went up 3%, and now we are down again. Wow, okay, Twilio is just getting wrecked on earnings. What I was watching for on Twilio was this wedge here. At one point of the day, we were right at the low of the day. When we were watching at the low of the day, I was like, why is Twilio closing down here? But it came all the way back up here, and then at the end of the day, they dumped it again, and it looks like they knew why, because the earnings weren't going to be too good. Let's see what we open up at tomorrow, but right now the earnings do not look too good. Got to look into it. Facebook, trash. Don't try to catch a falling knife. MQ, we sold this morning for about 300-400%. Great trade. Why did I sell it all? Is because I had these calls for a long time. They were down 90% for me at one point, and then I was up 300%. I'm going to take them off. And ugly daily candle, I would not roll out yet just on this candle. It's going to take a while to fix this candle here. I do expect more downside. Let the moving averages catch up, and then we'll jump into farther dated ones. MRK, big gap up. Looks like we're going back to the gap up days. Still have a few of these January $80 calls. They're still up like 160% or something. I'm looking for around 300-400% on these, and I'll sell those. Other than that, they're going to release the COVID pill any day. Earnings are soon, and we'll see if it can get going. BKKT. Why did I buy this one? So what happened was big rip, big dump, and today we opened lower, so that was 2 days of rest. Bought some equity at $21 this morning, pre-market, announced it, and then it just absolutely ripped. We were selling for $28 and $30. If you make $9 on equity in a single day, I mean, I'll take it every time, because I do go heavier in equity positions, so... MasterCard absolutely destroyed off Visa earnings. Visa earnings weren't even that bad if you looked into them. They beat on everything, just their guidance wasn't as good. They said less people are spending on traveling, less people are spending. Where American Express said more people are spending and more people are spending on traveling. So I don't really get what's going on there. Other than that, we do have MasterCard through earnings. We held a couple of them just based on that analysis. And let's see what it does. It's tomorrow morning they're reporting, and I don't see how it can get any cheaper than this. Like, these are strong blue chip companies. I mean, it can always go down, obviously, but I don't expect bad earnings from MasterCard. The CEO got to see what happened to Visa stock when he announced that dumb stuff that he announced on guidance. CAR, one of the shorts another short I called out. This one's just really extended, and yesterday it looked like it was putting in a little topping candle here. Today we went down a lot. It was just so easy to hold this one, in my opinion. We gapped up, ripped up, and then it was just bear flag after bear flag after bear flag all the way to the low of the day. Big selling volume at the end of the day. Daily candle looks like it wants lower, and if we crack this 8-day moving average and go down to 148, those puts will probably go 6 to 60. So I'm holding on, trying to be patient with these ones. I think they do pay us big. So let's see what happens. Just like on the way up, there's not much volume on the way down here. So if they start selling, this one could dump fast. And that's what I'm expecting before earnings, to get paid very well on these car puts. Thank you guys for attending. I will see you guys tomorrow.